doing, discussing the Yoshi matchup, and I asked Church, like, oh, so they've been labbing Yoshi, huh? And he's like, yeah. And he was like, I think aMSa's going to win, man, because, like, everything they talked about doesn't work anymore.
Oh, my goodness.
So I was like, oh. Like, yeah.
Out-of-date prep.
Out-of-date prep. But, now, granted, I think they've played since then. I think Hbox has actually beaten them since then. So, that's the thing we love about Melee, right? We love the arms race that ensues between top players even 20 years after the game's launch.
Yeah, and Hungrybox, I feel in particular, will escalate an arms race.
Yes.
It always has. I mean, he has held the banner for Jigglypuff versus Fox and has pushed that matchup along with the whole Fox community for years now.
Yep.
And I haven't spoken with aMSa that much. Is he prep? Do you feel like
aMSa does a lot of prep.
You feel like
aMSa is a prep.
You feel like both these players have kind of studied.
And I think they do it differently. I think aMSa is more methodical as far as characters go, and I think for Hbox, it's like he's mostly, I mean, he does new stuff too, but I think he also reintroduces things he's done in the past, and for him, it's more like his own mindset,
Look at that crouch.
Great
he just
crouch.
crouched under the pound.
Great crouch there. And I guess the nice thing about crouch is, even if you get hit by the pound, you're seeing it. Oh, what a trade. Okay, looking for that tech chase.
And as Yoshi, you're happy to make that trade with Puff, right?
Yoshi is going to generally be able to just survive to longer percents, yeah. With, of course, the exception being like if you get rested. But that's like a percent independent KO, so you don't really mind. Yoshi's a tank. Yoshi is like, if you've ever played Melee and you've tried to combo this character, you might notice like, wait, Yoshi's super heavy. Which makes sense.
Such
like
strange character design. Ooh, there's that up air.
Really strange character.
Up air is definitely going to be a KO move in this battle.
Yeah, it's like,
watch out for that dino tail.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bear, Yoshi, Yoshi with some really interesting moves, right? There's the super armor, so, if you go into your double jump, aMSa, I think, the best at this out of anybody, but aMSa will, intentionally throw out double jump in spots where he thinks he's going to get hit so that he can armor it and immediately get a counterattack. Usually the nair. But you do have to be like inside of them, so you can get around that super armor by just spacing around it with the back air.
Spacing, Toph. aMSa dodging the dash attack of Hungrybox. That's kind of a hard. Hey, in my opinion,
no, absolutely,
it is hard to outspace Puff dash attack.
It's fast, it's bursty, and most of all, you don't expect it because Puff doesn't usually fight on the ground.
Yeah,
By the way,
is a master. Go ahead.
71%. What damage? I was like,
where'd it come from, Toph?
Because when we call like, oh my god. You call it like extra credit or bonus damage. It's like you go up the stock, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just getting some bonus damage. Then I looked to see how much bonus damage it was, and it was 71. And by the way, that bear, I was going to say, that's the other Dino Tail move. It's so weak, but it has a deceptively high amount of hit stuns, so it actually combos and moves like upper pretty well. Okay, Hbox is just getting clobbered. I don't know what to say about this.
I don't know what to say either, but I do want to talk about that back air because exactly what you just said, I've never noticed how much hit stun it has. It reminds me of Falcon's Nair, where sometimes if you hit Falcon's second hit of Nair versus Puff, you can combo that for quite a while. Puff is stuck in hit stun for quite a while. And I have not really seen...
Like
I haven't seen that KO setup, but it looks like it super will work. Wow, no charge.
aMSa like thought about it like, yeah, you're just dead, right? I don't need to charge this. I always like how silly that looked. No charge, just like, oh, well that was interesting. Maybe a little too late for this game one, but
wow, what a punish on that rest.
That's a huge punish. Oh no. By the way, Hbox, like his drift coming down, I think he needs to do a better job dodging the eggs. Because he's gotten hit by some crucial ones. The egg does like 10 damage.
That was another crouch under a pound. I don't feel like I remember seeing that either.
Not like the way
he's
doing
ducking.
it. Yeah, just ducking. Everyone's getting better at using crouch, like in particular crouch cancel, but also just crouching, honestly. My goodness. Yeah,
I remember I used to just kind of like crouch under moves in like, 2008 or whatever, but nobody else did it, so I kind of felt like I was doing something stupid.
Really?
It's kind of vindicating.
You were doing something innovative.
Kind of vindicating to see that it's actually legit. Like you can actually reduce your Hbox. Oh, and again, Toph.
Yeah, I'm really liking that. What a down smash!
Option selects,
dude.
Option coverage.
Yeah, aMSa's just kind of putting hitboxes like around Hbox right now, and kind of willing them to hit. Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
aMSa did not touch the ground. Actually, that might have been, you know, I think aMSa might have been going for a wave line and accidentally got the horizontal air dodge, and therefore just didn't touch the ground. So didn't get his jump back. Oh, that could have been a shield poke.
I think it was.
It's a funny thing. Jigglypuff actually deceptively, I'm not going to say easy to shield poke, but there are setups once you hit the shield once or twice. Like the little foot, the Jigglypuff foot is like sticking out. You can almost like, you're like almost stepping on its toe.
Does Jigglypuff have ears? I can't.
Yeah, those
I can't
are ears.
quite-
Those are super duper
They
ears.
look like cat ears or something.
They do look like cat ears. I know Jigglypuff has ears actually because they're the only thing that Kirby gains when Kirby swole. And the little tuft of hair. Oh no!
Miscalculated. Or maybe, I guess aMSa thought that it was going to armor through, but somehow it didn't.
Yeah, or did. I think
actually,
did armor through. Yeah, but then wasn't able to drift back onto the stage with the nair. Oh. So it's funny, you know, aMSa is down a stock, but that percent's building fast, and aMSa's kind of SD'd both his stocks this game. So, like, even though Hbox is winning, I'm not that convinced that Hbox is really, like, convincingly outplaying aMSa yet.
That's what it is, Toph. Sometimes it's the stock count, but other times it's just the level of control.
Yeah, I still feel like aMSa's in control. Oh my god.
That
was scary.
It feels like he's in control of this. Look, I mean, physically look at the stage. aMSa has the control of practically all of it. Hungrybox
Basically,
fighting.
yeah. Now, Hbox very good at fighting from the ledge, obviously. With 5 jumps, you got a little leeway. Waits out the spot dodge. That was great. Hbox definitely making some plays, I will say.
And Hbox will get a read on things like that as the set continues.
Oh, yeah. And the kind of... Whoa! He got it there fast.
Sneaky snake.
Ooh, the up smash out of shield. Hbox with some counterplay. I will say Hbox is the kind of player where, like, you know, he'll look a little down and out, and then before you know it, you know...
He loves to be down and out.
Right, because he's never down and out.
That's right.
He's never out.
That's why we call him the clutch god.
Down but not out. Out but not down. On the up and up.
How could you be out and not down? That's like...
I don't know. That's a good point.
Maybe that's loser's bracket.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of out of the winner's bracket, but you kind of are down the loser's bracket,
down.
I feel
Yeah,
like.
so.
But maybe it's not down. Maybe the loser's bracket is actually above the winner's bracket.
Right. Yeah.
You know, spaciologically.
Well,
3 stocks to 1 right now.
now I'm feeling like Hbox.
It's a bit more convincing.
Bit more convincing for sure. Well, like I said, okay, crouching under the pound again, getting the counterattack. You know, I think that's the kind of thing where Hbox probably, in the heat of the moment, when this set gets, if this comes down to the wire, he's gonna stop showing that pound for a while, and he might go for it like after he hasn't done it for a couple of minutes. But I almost feel like he's doing it in these spots to condition aMSa into thinking he's got a read on him. I feel like Hbox does that sort of thing. Yeah,
I think you're right.
it's like a Kagi-esque. Talking about we watched some episodes the other night with Blur in the room.
Yeah, we had
just
to.
like old times, you know. Those of you who've watched the roast know what we're talking about. Ooh, no
Stop knee.
way! That's a stop.
It's
Yeah,
Yoshi's
that's a stop knee. That is a stop knee. Oh my god. Holy. Well, I mean, winnable, I guess. But
Well, 162, you think that's winnable? I feel like Yoshi does rely on trades at times. Oh my goodness, but wait a minute, 25, 34.
I'm not saying it's easy,
Yeah, you're not, that's true.
but
But you are saying it's winnable. He's down but not out.
that's for sure.
Oh,
Okay,
but
there
now
it
he's
is. There
down.
it is. There it is. There it is.
Now he's out.
He's out.
Of game
He's out.
2. Of game 2.
Like I said, though, I think this is what we observed, that FD and Dreamland are pretty tough for Yoshi, and even that looked pretty doable. There were some unfortunate SDs from aMSa at the start. I think those triplat stages are the ones that Yoshi does better on and should, you know, ideally be winning on. So let's see what happens here on aMSa's counter pick. It's probably going to be either Yoshi's Story or FOD. Both those stages, I think, quite good.
I've been thinking about Hungrybox as an illusionist, you know? Someone who's capable of Genjutsu magic.
Ooh.
And yeah, I do have the feeling like he'll do some stuff in the first game or two to paint a picture of reality that then the rug gets pulled out from under you.
Right.
And all of a sudden, everything you thought was true is a lie.
Yeah, I think for a character like Jigglypuff, it's probably extremely important to do that. It's like a good skill to have as any character, but I feel like Jigglypuff needs to do that sort of thing. That egg, by the way, I feel like that egg could have killed
It almost...
which it did, but...
Oh! Yoshi story, that is threatening at that percent. Oh, that's definitely
And that is, yeah, that's just... That up air probably would have killed even at ground level.
Flying in unsafe airspace.
Mm-hmm. And aMSa, I mean, this has always been, I would say even before aMSa really refined his game plan, a lot of the other stages of the game, aMSa has always been scary here. I remember that first tournament where aMSa came to the US, I think it was one of the Apexes, and got those wins on like Fly Manita, Shoot At. Everyone was like, wait a minute, Yoshi's story, because we used to joke, we were like, oh, it's Marth's story, it's Marth's story. But then we found out, aMSa told us, no, 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 it really is Yoshi's story. And this has always been aMSa's stage, especially against floaties. Oh, that shot guy took collateral damage. Flew towards the camera in kind of a funny way. Oh my goodness.
I see what he's going for. Oh!
Oh! Careful, Hbox.
Command grabs.
That is a command grab. Oh, that is hard to beat, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, I have a really hard time edge guarding that, because you actually can like kind of drift. You can go really into the stage, or you can kind of hang back and roll slowly, and aMSa is clobbering Hbox right now. 154%, no signs of slowing down.
That's I'm just really noticing that for Hbox, when he gets to, you know, 80, 90%, each one of those eggs is a death sentence. He has to actually really avoid them. A lot of characters, I feel like if you get hit by an egg, you're opened up, and it could be bad, but it's not. You're not just going to get up aired and die.
Right, right. That is absolutely the case. Jeez, and
oh my goodness!
Every time aMSa gets one of those like tech chase setups with the forward air, oh no! But Hbox, that's a clutch ledge grab. aMSa might have fallen asleep at the wheel a little bit.
Yeah.
And see, right there, that's kind of the spot where that side B, where you go into the egg rollout. I don't know what to call it. The egg roll. That's where that's kind of valuable, because you drop kind of like the down B, but you go onto the stage, and maybe aMSa can mix that in a little bit.
aMSa did slightly open the door for an Hbox comeback, but wow. Getting just nared and dying at that percent.
Yeah, on the other side of the stage. I never really truly know if it's like a DI thing or Jigglypuff's just really light, or, you know, bit of column A, bit of column B. Wow!
Reads!
Into the point blank egg.
Yeah, putting hitboxes in just the right places.
Ooh, looking for the bear.
Wow, aMSa really is a beast.
Yeah. Taking a moment to just throw some eggs. And I think the best thing about egg for aMSa too is that it does a lot of damage. It's not, it does set up for a kill, but also, additionally, you can't just soak them because they do 10 damage.
Ouch.
Which for Jigglypuff is colossal.
Yeah, Puff is in kill percent right now.
Yeah. Exceedingly so. Now, up air is going to start killing at ground level. Now it definitely, I think, does.
Egg barrage. I don't know why barrage feels like the right word, but when it comes to eggs. But wait a minute. Out but not down.
Oh!
Why that
no!
What just happened? An egg stage spiked? Puff?
And Hbox was out of jumps. Went for like a sing ledge grab, but was like too low of a percent, or not percent, too low of a height.
The eggs were the story of that last stock there, Toe.
Oh, yeah.
aMSa not connecting with any solid moves, but I think that was maybe 4 eggs in a row.
Yeah, it was definitely like 40 damage purely off of eggs. Well, and over on the other stream, you might want to...
Smokey up 2-0.
Might want to be watching, because both sets right now, both sets definitely... Yeah, I don't know how well the crowd audio is being picked up, but in the venue, I can tell you that there is a thunderous Moki chant. Thunderous. Because Moki's just went up 2-0 against Leffen.
And meanwhile, aMSa up 2-1 against Hungrybox, but we are on Dreamland.
We are.
Dreamland is much more Puff story.
Absolutely the case, yes.
Ooh, that nair was clutch.
Yeah, this has never been... I would almost question if how many games aMSa's won over Hbox here, like lifetime.
Yeah.
I guess that 3-0, right?
I think, yeah, he definitely has won sometimes.
Yeah.
But...
and boy, this is a really, really solid first stock. Does get back thrown, but it's Yoshi, so if you're close enough to the stage of double jump, it's really, really hard to cover everything Yoshi can do. You basically have to take a guess, and most likely you're going to get nothing.
By the way, Hbox with incredible spacing there. aMSa was just full tilt forward, but that Puff was weaving away from the Yoshi Nair.
Yeah.
That little purple boot.
It is a purple boot. Oh, that. Oh, my goodness.
What a down tilt.
Off of, like, the double. The double waveland across the top platform for Tony Hawk points. It's like grinding on those rails.
Yeah.
Superman playing in the background.
Don't drop it.
Oh!
Where did aMSa find that up air? By the way, it's like 120 or something, and Puff barely died.
Off, right. And the height matters so much because, you know, if Puff is in the air above the platforms, that will kill it like, you know, 80, 90. But to kill it ground level on Dreamland, you need a lot of percent, and Hbox was barely there. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. That waveland off into like fast fall up air to just get that up air into a spot that Hbox just isn't ready for. That's definitely one of the difference makers here in the matchup.
Toph, aMSa now with a stock lead and up 2 games to 1 versus Hungrybox.
aMSa came to play, man. This is kind of, to me, aMSa's like a Batman type. You know what I mean?
Batman type?
You know,
Dark Knight?
The Dark Knight.
Tell me more.
Well, you know, it's like who wins between Superman and Batman?
Right.
Superman. But
not if Batman's got the prep.
Exactly, because then he brings some kryptonite. Oh, okay. Unfortunate SD from aMSa. You actually do not see that too often. We say uncharacteristic SD. That truly was uncharacteristic. I've seen aMSa do that egg stall for like 8 hours in a row. But yeah, I mean, aMSa usually, like last tournament, he had Wizzy in his path, and he came super ready for Wizzy. Beat him for like the 2nd time ever, apparently. aMSa's that kind of player where if you give him
a whole night
to prepare for somebody, whoa!
He's living. But can he get a punish? He did get a punish. Wow.
Most characters definitely die and rest at that percent, by the way.
Yeah, Yoshi's a different beast.
Yeah, absolutely.
How many jumps? How many jumps? Not too many. Wow, what movement from aMSa, staying away from Puff, and that's going to be again another stock lead.
It's def, like you said.
Another stock lead, Toph. I feel like on this stage, what I've seen when these two play is that it's just so hard for aMSa to get a stock lead, you know?
Right.
Maybe Hungrybox always takes the first stock, and then maybe aMSa can bring it back, but then he's got higher percent, and like he can't use his armor so much. But this is new, keeping this stock lead.
And it's probably, you know, yeah, it's hard. If Hbox is a lead, it's probably hard for aMSa to make a comeback. But it kind of goes both ways on this stage. It's also not that easy for Puff to make comebacks on this stage because Hbox is generally playing the long game. You know, when you're playing this stage, you're abusing all the room you have to run away and take engagements on your own terms. But Yoshi can do the same thing with the lead.
Yoshi at 94% can bring the fight to Puff.
Yes.
Right? Not afraid to trade in the air.
Absolutely not. And we're getting to that percent again.
Oh my goodness. Is this 3
frame trap?
Living. That was a frame trap.
Oh my goodness. that was a frame trap. Oh my god. Sick.
aMSa's going fishing a little bit. Can Hungrybox maintain the composure that's necessary right now? This is not a good spot. We're in a tight spot. Hbox is in a tight spot.
We're in a tight spot. Damn. I don't want no fight.
He is in a tight spot.
He's in a tight. Whoa!
That's the second one.
That is weird. I will say, aMSa overall playing very well, but 2 egg SDs, I don't think you could probably go back through all aMSa VODs, and you'd have to go all the way back to 2013 to find him SDing twice in one game with egg stalls. That is weird. That is strange.
You think he's I don't
know. No, I think he's playing very well. Like overall, I'm looking at him, and overall, and I mean, I even asked him how he's feeling, if he's moving good. This morning, he's like, I'm moving. So, I don't know.
He's not taking any damage right now.
Shocked that upper didn't KO, by the way. Next one, almost certainly will.
Yeah.
Jeez, yeah. Just playing the long game.
Maybe not from ground level, but from anywhere else.
Right. You have to imagine
this was about the percent. I think it was a bit higher when that
first one.
That was such an opportunity. Beautiful crouch cancel, but nothing after.
Yeah. I guess, you know what? I think maybe aMSa was looking for a parry punish and missed time to parry because we saw the shield flicker. But okay, gets the KO one way or the other.
Looks like Nair can do it at that percent. Maybe even better than up air on this stage.
after a certain point, I guess it doesn't matter. They're both going to KO. And at 212 now on the timer, you have to imagine that that's going to start being something that the players are looking out for. You see aMSa. aMSa's down to hang back and throw eggs because I think aMSa knows, look, you buddy, you got to bring the fight to me.
Chope, it is 2 stocks to 1 aMSa. It is last game for
Loki Leffen over there. Yeah,
Loki's
Loki's
over there.
up 4
A
stocks
lot
to 2.
is going to happen right now.
That's right.
Hungrybox is this close to the losers bracket.
And the shape of the bracket, both winners and losers, is going to change dramatically in like the next 2 minutes. High stakes melee happening across all BTS Smash
I'm
streams right now.
speechless right now, Chope. I don't even know what to say. I just want this to... Oh! If I was aMSa, I would just be running it. I can't bear the tension, Chope. I want it to be resolved.
I know. But we've got 1 minute and 26 seconds left or less.
Oh my goodness,
Wow.
Chope, you're right. The timer.
The timer is low.
The timer exists in this game. aMSa.
aMSa's just chilling. Look at that. He's just throwing that egg. Say it, Hbox. You've got to take the fight to me. And that timer's ticking down, but 157's a lot of percent. I have to imagine this will go to last stop. I have to imagine this will go to last stop. Oh my goodness. Oh
aMSa's not even trying to
goodness.
hit Puff.
Up air doesn't do it. Wow. Yoshi, a heavy boy, and 176, 45 seconds. We might be going to time, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Oh
no.
my
no.
goodness. The X
52.
Oh my
52%.
goodness. aMSa
He's
surviving. And by the way, Leffen out of the bracket. Oh, the forward smash is
He's gonna wait on the angel
you know
platform,
he's gonna
Tom.
wait on that angel platform. You know it.
52%.
Hey, I'm just gonna say it. Hbox needs to make a rest happen. That's the only way. Hbox needs a rest. He needs a rest.
52%, Tope.
This is not tenable. This is not tenable.
65%, Tope. It can't be done.
It can't be done.
It's over.
5, 4,
aMSa
3,
has done it.
2, 1.
You noticed the timer at 90 seconds left, and it just hit me like a ton of bricks that this is a timeout threat.
And aMSa, by the way,
aMSa was cool as a cucumber.
Cool as a
Tope.
cucumber.
He didn't force anything.
oh my goodness. He said, you camp me on Dreamland. No, I camp you on Dreamland.
That is counterplay.
That is counterplay.
That is bad. When it comes to Dreamland, Dreamland's like a guaranteed stage for Puff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you're going to change the script, if he's able to get a stock lead and just sit on it,
That looked tough.
you can't as Puff
force
deal
the issue.
65%
No.
in 5 seconds.
You need to rest them off the side.
Oh
You need to
my
rest them off the side, and they
goodness.
need to die. But we even saw that if aMSa DIs the rest, they don't even die at 0. So what do you do?
I was reading Reddit,
Okay.
and I was looking around the venue, and I was listening to Mango's YouTube video saying big house seating is garbage. Why am I seated 7th? Why is Leffen seated number 4? Why is all this happening now? Hungrybox has a free ride to grand finals at the most stacked tournament in the world. But no!
But no, aMSa's got something to say about it.
Hungrybox now in the losers bracket at round of 24.
2022, there's no free rides. There's no free rides. Everyone's paying their dues. Hbox is paying his dues. Hbox is in losers well outside of top 8.
This is not top 8.
No. Leffen got 17th. He got
Wait, Loki
moked.
won?
He got moked
He got doked
He got
on?
doked.
He got moked on.
You guys know. Yeah, well, one or the other.
So what
Probably
just
both.
happened in the last 1 minute?
Hbox went to losers and Leffen's gone at 17th. Leffen hasn't gotten 17th since like 2012.
Is this what you wanted to see from Big House?